Greetings, my name is Jolezya Hakasenke from Hillview Baptist Church, taking us through a series of devotions under the theme, Are You Applying Effort to Grow? Are you applying effort to grow? We began by looking at the necessity of us applying effort and the underarching principle that growth itself requires effort, and then we were able to see the kinds of people that this letter is being written to, that these are exiles, these are saints in the dispersion, these are men, women, children that are not in a place that is their home. And we liken that to ourselves in remembering that we who are redeemed by God are in a world that is not our home. Therefore, we must cultivate these virtues. We must make effort to grow. And today we are in verse 7, but I'll read from 6. And knowledge with self-control, and self-control with steadfastness, and steadfastness with godliness. And now verse 7, and godliness with brotherly affection. That's 2 Peter chapter 1 verse 7. And godliness with brotherly affection. We saw previously how that in our steadfastness we must add godliness, how our patience in times of trial must not be amiss. Rather, it should be a patience that is deeply seated in a trust in God, in a great and deep submission to His sovereign will and authority. And today we see that our addition of godliness mustn't be lingering in isolation, but rather we must add to godliness brotherly affection. We must add to godliness brotherly affection. We clearly see in the scriptures that godliness is accompanied by a great love for the saints. Godliness actually requires that we love one another. We see how Jesus makes it clear. By this they will know that you are my disciples, if you have love one for another. And so even as we see opportunities to rebuke other saints, when we see them slipping away and falling into error or into sin, we are then called, we are mandated to rebuke them, to bring them back to the fold, but to do so with great love. That we are moved by this brotherly affection, that we look upon one another and say, my brother, return to the Lord. And even for those that are not straying afar, that are walking uprightly in loving the Lord and loving the saints, we're able to joyously encourage them and say, my brother, continue to love the Lord. Stay in the straight and narrow path. We are able to encourage one another with that brotherly affection, that we look at one another not as separate individuals or strangers just because we are not coming from the same household or because we have nothing in common. Yet this one commonality draws us together, that we are redeemed by God, and thus we must accompany this godliness with brotherly affection, that our hearts must be moved for one another, that we must not hunger to attack and to bite one another, but rather to stir up one another to growth, to love, to good works, and to godliness itself. We cannot, dear brothers and sisters, claim to love our God and not love our brothers. We cannot claim to uphold a standard of godliness without loving one another. Our very godliness must be displayed with brotherly affection. Are you applying effort in supplementing your godliness with brotherly affection? May the Lord help us to add brotherly affection, to supplement it to our godliness in our efforts to grow spiritually. Grace and peace.